Hi there and welcome back to my on-demand channel. I'm Georgie and today we're going to be doing a full body cardio workout and we're going to need 2 light dumbbells for this. I really recommend keeping this at a low weight because it is cardio, so we're going to be getting our heart rate up anyway. So we're going to start off with a nice gentle warm-up and then we're going to be going into our first circuit, which is 8 exercises. We're going to be doing them all the way through, having a break and then doing them all again. So going nice and wide with the legs, I want you to come down on the inhale into a squat, and as you exhale, come up and just bring those arms up and over. Inhale down into the squat, exhale up and over. Inhaling down. We're going to start off with the warm-up nice and slow because, as I said, we're going to be really getting our heart rate up through this. But I want to make sure you're really warming up through all areas of the body. So glutes, legs, arms, everything here. So aiming the bum down on the inhale, exhale, squeeze up, and really reach through those fingertips down. Reaching up, inhale down. And reaching up. Coming to the side, I want you to come down onto your mat. So you can use the wall or a chair to come down. I want you to place one foot in front of the other. And as you exhale, press forward and inhale back. Exhale, press forward, inhale back. 3 more here. Should be stretching nicely into those hip flexors at the front. 2. Last one here. And 1. Switching legs, again, holding on to something for a bit of stabilization if you need. Pressing forward, 1. So you really should be feeling it nicely into these hip flexors 2, but also through the ankles at the front. 3, 4, last one here, and 5. And staying in this position, I want you to place your hands down to the floor, and you can either leave this back knee on the floor or you can lift it up into a deeper stretch. So my right foot here is forward and my right hand is going to lift up towards the ceiling. If your left foot is forward, your left hand will come up instead. Again, remember you can keep that knee down, especially in the latter stages of pregnancy. It may not be comfortable to have that back knee off. Placing the hands down, coming back into that half kneeling. I want you to switch sides again, placing the hands down. So now my left foot is forward, raising off that left knee, and my left arm is reaching up. This should feel like quite a nice stretch through the spine as well, keeping that body weight shifted backwards rather than forwards. Again, feeling a lovely stretch down the backs of the legs here. And then placing that hand down. Coming back up to the top of your mat, I just want you to press your bum up to the sky first, stretching down the backs of the legs. So don't come all the way up yet. Keep the hands floating towards the floor. If you're not touching the floor, that's fine. But here, just march through the ankles. And again, just warming up through the feet. We want to make sure everything is really warm, as I said, especially through the ankles and all the joints, so we can move freely. And then slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, coming back up to standing. So just rolling through the shoulders, and at the same time, if you can, roll through the ankles, or feel free to stop and do one and then do the other if things aren't moving at the same time. And then rolling through the other ankle, again, rolling through the shoulders. And just mobilizing everything. Last one here, we're just going to bring our knee up and around, bringing it up and out. So we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just give the legs a little shake. So we're going to get started with circuit 1, and I will see you after the break. Welcome back to circuit 1. For the first 4 exercises, you'll need your dumbbells, and for the second block of 4 exercises, you will need just body weight. And we're going to be working for each exercise for 40 seconds with a 20-second rest, which is when I'll be demonstrating the next exercise. So watch closely for that. For the first exercise, you just need 1 dumbbell. So you're going to be inhaling out to the side for a lateral lunge. Exhale. Lifting the dumbbell forward, pressing back into center. We're going to be staying on one side and we're going to be changing sides for round 2. So we're going to be going in just under 10 seconds. That's the noise that you're listening for, where we're going to be stopping, pausing and having a rest. So roll those shoulders back, getting that dumbbell ready in front, and off we go, out to the side, back in, out to the side. Exhale, engage the core, lift the dumbbell. It's important here that we're engaging before we lift. It sets the core so we can move the arms. Remember, this is cardio, so we want to be moving with a bit of pace here. Forwards. Keep going here. Last 2 and 1. Grabbing a hold of that second dumbbell. This time we're going to be stepping back into a reverse lunge. Coming back forward, pressing overhead, switching sides. So back, forwards, press. If you want to, you can alternate pressing overhead if the weights are a little bit too heavy and you're feeling it in the lower back. That's our timer to go. 40 seconds. Press up. Back, press up and overhead. Pressing overhead and up. Keep going here. Heart rate's really getting up already here. Remember, you can slow it down. We want to be working, if you're pregnant, about 60 to 70% exertion out of 100. Inhaling back, press through, press overhead. Switching sides and take a break. We're now going to come into a hinge position, still with these 2 dumbbells, pressing the bum back. And we're going to be exhaling. 1, 2, and 3. So getting ready to go, roll those shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and off we go. This one will bring the heart rate down a little bit after those lunges, but that's fine because we have more squats and lunges to come with the dumbbells after this. Exhale, squeeze and row. Each exercise is tough in its own way, be it to get the heart rate up or to maintain or to bring it down a bit before bringing it back up again. Exhale, engage, squeeze as you row. Finishing there, that went fast. So back up onto the shoulders with those dumbbells. We're going to be coming down into a squat. We're then going to be curtsying, back up, down into a squat, curtsying, and then back up again. You can remove the dumbbells for this one if it's a bit too much weight-wise on the shoulders. Ready to go? Off we go. Inhale down, into that curtsy, press forward. Remember, after this one, we're going to be placing those dumbbells to the side and working with body weight. Keep the breathing going. I can barely talk. Keep going. Squeezing up. Last 5. And finish there, placing those dumbbells safely to one side. For our next one, we're going to be marching on the spot, using those arms. So although it's low impact, use those arms, help elevate the heart rate. If you want high impact, high knees, running on the spot. Ready to go in 2 and 1, off we go. Marching, remember, keep it soft with the feet. Even if you're stamping the feet down, that's still impact through the body. So newly postnatal or pregnant, just keep it soft with the landing, but use those arms. Swinging those arms helps to elevate the heart rate more than you know. Inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. Remember, you can do those high knees if you want to. It's not a problem. Keep going here, less than 10. Inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. Well done, just adjusting my mat here. So coming into a squat position again. We're going to come down into a squat, up and punch in a diagonal away from us. So down, Try not to twist too much. We don't want to hurt our back, but we want to have that gentle rotation. So you should feel the core activating here. Off we go. Punching it out. Aim that diagonal away. You can also reduce the width of the squat if it's too much. You can keep it a bit more narrow. But exhale, power out of that squat. Punch into the air. Punch with purpose. Keep going here. And finish there. We have 2 more moves now. We're going to be stepping out, reaching our arms up overhead and changing feet. So switch and change in the middle. And once you've got a bit of a rhythm, you can move a little bit faster. Getting ready to go here in 2 and 1. Out to the side, change in the middle as the hands come down. This really helps with concentration, but also core, because you're having to stabilize with those arms up as you change. Inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want to make this higher impact, you can jump into those star jumps or jumping jacks. Changing feet. Nice and light as you can be. 2 and 1. My arms are going in that one. So the next one we're going to be doing, our hands are going to be pointing downwards, so our fingers towards the ground. We're going to be coming down into a squat. Pulse, pulse, reach and tiptoes. High impact, pulse, pulse and jump. Last move before our break. Off we go. Pulse, pulse, reach up. Pulse, pulse, reach up. Low impact for pregnant, newly postnatal. High impact if you're that little bit more advanced and you're not experiencing any pelvic floor or pelvic pain in any way during high impact. Otherwise, stick with those tiptoes. This one really burns into the legs. Reaching up, pulsing down. Last one. And finish there. That is our 8 exercises complete. Grab some water and I'll see you in round 2. Welcome back to round 2. A reminder of that first exercise, you just need that 1 dumbbell. This time we're going to be coming out to the other side with that lateral lunge, exhaling, engaging, lifting that dumbbell up in front and pressing back into center. Keeping that other dumbbell nice and close. That's our 10-second timer, so we're going to be going shortly. And we're going to be coming out to the side, lifting up, and then we're going to be grabbing a hold of that other dumbbell for the other exercises. Off we go, out to the side. Lifting up and back down. Exhale to engage. Steady with the core. So you should really feel the core activating as you lift that dumbbell up in line with the face. Hold it steady. Press through the leg to come back to center. Keep going here. Less than 10. Back in. 5. And last one. Well done. Grabbing a hold of that dumbbell. We're going to be coming into that reverse lunge. So you're going to be coming back, forwards, press overhead. Remember, you can alternate the dumbbells pressing overhead if it's too much to press both, or do 2 at once, whatever works for you. Rolling those shoulders back. Off we go. So inhale back, press through the foot, press overhead. Back again with the other leg. Try not to press one foot behind the other. Use the width of the mat as a gauge. So you're not going too far back nor too far narrow, if that makes sense. We don't want to be going too narrow because that will throw you off balance. Press overhead. Keep it wide. You're still doing the same movement. You'll still feed it through the thighs in that front leg, which is where we want it. And into those shoulders. Last one now. And pressing up. Keeping a hold of those 2 dumbbells still. We're going to be hinging at the hips, pressing our bottoms back, squeezing our shoulder blades together, rowing 1, rowing 2, rowing the double. Make sure that you alternate, or you can keep doing doubles, or if it's easier, keep alternating rather than doing doubles. Exhale, slowly down. The heart rate may come down a little bit in this one, but it's fine. We want to be focusing on that core. And engaging through those shoulder blades, through the back, through the core, through the glutes. Last 5 seconds. And finish there. Bringing those dumbbells up onto the shoulders. We're going to be coming into that squat down and then out into that curtsy lunge, alternating the curtsy lunges and making sure that we remove the weight if it's too much to do with it. Getting ready to go, feet nice and wide, toes pointing out. Inhale down, exhale up into a curtsy, back, into a curtsy. Try not to bash your knee off the floor like I did with that last one. Keep it within the right depth and range. Exhale, press back to center. We're going to be removing the dumbbells after this one for just body weight. Last 5 seconds. And finish there, placing those dumbbells down nice and safely. So we're going to be coming into that marching or running on the spot, whatever you would like to do. So big deep breath in, use those arms if you're marching or running on the spot. You'll become tired anyway. Off we go. So march, march, march. Use those arms. Remember, stay light on the feet. Inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. High knees, running on the spot if you want that extra impact. Otherwise, keeping it nice and low, keeping it steady. Inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. Rhythmic breathing, use those arms. 3 more moves after this. Coming into the last 10 seconds of this one. Keep going there. And 5, 3, 2, 1, and I marched my mat all the way into the wall. So for our next one here, we're going to be coming into that squat, down, exhale, punch up, and across in that diagonal. Slight twist of the foot. We want to be working into those obliques, those muscles into the side of our core. Off we go, down, power through, really punch, upwards, diagonally, with purpose. Body weight in the heels, up and across. Keep going, well done. Really getting tired. The arms hurt here. Last 5, and 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to be going into those step jacks with that little change of the feet in between. Remember, you can do full jumping jacks or star jumps if you want the high impact. Otherwise, stick to low impact with that little switch of the feet in between. Going in 2 and 1. And then we've only got 1 more move. Reach those arms. I want you to really feel the shoulder blades working down the back As you change, keep the feet close to the floor. Both feet are on the floor at all times, and you're just switching in the middle. Lightly changing. Jumping jacks. Inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep it breathing. Don't hold your breath here. We don't want to be creating extra pressure on the pelvic floor. Lost my arm movements there. Keep going. Coming into the last few seconds. And then we have that last move. Finish. Reminder of that last one. And a nice one to finish on. We're going to be squatting, pulsing for 2, reaching up onto those tiptoes, or a light jump. Again, low impact, high impact, you choose. But pregnancy, early postnatal, keep it low impact with those tiptoes. Ready to go. Last move, last 40 seconds. And off we go. Down. Squeezing up. Squeezing up. Or jumping back down. Squeezing up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through those thighs and through the glutes as well. That's what helps keep our balance, engage the core. Exhale, squeeze up and overhead. We're into that last 10 seconds now. Body weight back into the heels. Squeeze up and reach. Last one. And finish there. Well done. Grab some water, have a little walk around the room. We just want to bring your breathing back down to a resting rate before we start our little cool down. So really inhale in, out, and push that breath away. Inhaling in and exhaling, pressing that breath away. Keep walking around here, otherwise you can join me in a nice gentle cool down. So we're going to come down onto the floor, and from here I want you to place your ankle out in front. You can use a wall or a chair for a bit of balance here if you need, and you're going to sit back onto your heel. If it's more comfortable, you can place it down on the ground like this and feel that lovely stretch down the backs of the legs, just holding it here, hands on the floor, hands on a supporting wall or chair if you need it. Just feel that lovely stretch and enjoy it. Holding here. And then from there, you're coming back through center and the opposite. So you're going to push forwards and stretch here, just through the hip flexors, squeezing the glutes here to hold it steady. We don't want to overstretch. We just want to keep it in a nice range. Breathing in and out. Super sweaty here. And just letting that heart rate come down. Switching legs again, using a chair or anything that you need for support. Pressing your bum down onto the heel and just feeling that lovely stretch down the back of that forward leg. Hold this lovely stretch here. If you can reach towards the feet, holding onto the ankle. But there's no pressure, especially if you're heavily pregnant. This may not be comfortable to move any further than this, which is totally fine. Just hold that lovely stretch. And when you're ready, pressing back through center and again into the stretch for the hips, hip flexors, and just squeeze the glute of that back leg to get a nice engagement through the front of the hip. Again, holding onto a wall if you need to, or a chair, whatever you need for a bit of support, or just holding here and breathing. And now we're going to come down onto the mat. Knees are going to be down. Put them nice and wide, especially to allow room for that baby bump. And we're going to reach our hands forward and fold onto the mat. Reach through the fingertips and really stretch through the hips. Allowing the shoulders to sink and relax. From here, you can slowly press yourself back up. And again, using a supporting wall or chair, you're going to come back up, pressing your bum to the sky, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming back up. Take your time to come up. We don't want you to feel lightheaded. We're now going to just stretch out our quads, so the fronts of our legs. Holding on to something if you need to, a chair for a bit of balance, and just hold here and stretch. The legs worked, there was a lot of squatting today, so the legs worked very hard. So it's important to just give them a moment to stretch. Holding here. And changing now. So placing that foot down again, grabbing a hold of wall or chair for support, grabbing a hold of that other ankle and standing into that stretch. Holding, and again, just relaxing into it. From here, placing that foot down, I just want you to have a nice stable base with the feet, and I just want you to inhale, release the hands up, and exhale down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and one last one, and exhale. Stepping the feet back in. Thank you so much for joining me in this cardio workout, and I'll see you again on my channel soon.